It is my favorite time of year. Arguably, it's kind of competing because there's Christmas, which is obviously like my favorite time of the year, but homeschool restart is very close to the top. I love starting new curriculum because there's just something refreshing, because you go through the very end of the school year and you're just kind of sick of it, and you put it away, and then you put it away for us it's a few weeks normally, and you're kind of ready. It's like we're ready to get into some routines, we're ready to get back after it, we're ready to start school back up, and that's where we're at now. Admittedly, we have been after it for a while now. This is week 4 of our homeschool, but I'm just not coming back to YouTube. So I am going to go ahead and share what I have, and hopefully it will benefit you wherever you are in your homeschool journey, whether you're seeing this week or you're seeing it a year from now whenever you're starting to pick out new curriculum. So if you are new here, hello, my name is Brittany. I have 4 children that I am homeschooling. I have a 10th grader. I almost said a 9th grader. He is definitely not in 9th grade. He's in 10th grade. I have a 10th grader, a 3rd grader, a 1st grader, and I'm going to say she's K4. She's preschool, but she's K4. So that's where we're at. And today we are going to talk about my 1st grader's curriculum. And so, which is a little weird to start in 1st grade, but my preschooler, I'm still working on some of her stuff and tweaking it. So I'm hoping by the end of the week, I'll be ready to share her stuff. But we are hopping in to 1st grade first. So first of all, I'm going to show all of her individual subjects. We do a lot of stuff together, family style, with the exception of my high schooler. He does a lot of his stuff on his own. I will have him sit in for our history lesson, but mostly he's on his own for almost all of his school stuff. But I'm going to just show all of my 1st graders core curriculum that she will be using this year, that she has already started using. Okay, so to start with, first of all, my 1st grader is currently going through CLE Math 1. Now, she is currently about to do her test for Math 1 105, which means she has about 15 more weeks of Math 1. My 1st grader is a much older 1st grader. She has a September birthday, and so if she were to be in public school, she would be in 1st grade, but she was so ready to start 1st grade math right after Christmas, this past Christmas. And so we went ahead and we ordered CLE. She's been doing it. She's just been really getting it. And so she is about 6 months ahead in her math. So she will finish this if she keeps on track, which I expect that she will, because she's just getting it. She will finish 1st grade math right around Christmas, and she'll start in on 2nd grade math. This is no surprise that we are loving CLE. It's very dry. It's kind of boring, but it's so good and it's so solid, and she's just getting it, and we're gonna keep up with it with her whenever she finishes this one. The only thing that we don't do with the CLE math is I have started cutting out the speed drills and the flashcards in favor of doing extra math, which isn't, you can either get the app or you can do it online. It's free online. I think it's like $5 for the app. And so rather than doing flashcards with her, I will just have her do extra math, which is literally just math facts. And so I love it because it takes them through everything that they're struggling with. They start with addition and then subtraction, and it goes grade level all the way up to multiplication and division. And so I have all my kids do extra math until they age out of it. And so that's what she's gonna keep doing for math. So for language arts, I surprised myself on this one, okay? I swore up and down CLE. CLE was what we were gonna do. And then I had her in CLE, and she was doing the Learning to Read program starting around January. She was just miserable with it. So we paused it for the summer and we took a break, and just gave her a good break, and I let her be exposed to books. I didn't push it, and she just needed some time. And the girl basically taught herself how to read the rest of the way. So we had gotten halfway through the Learning to Read program, and she just took off. She was picking up books, but she was reading it. And so my first grader is very artistic, very creative, and the boringness of CLE language arts was kind of killing her a little bit. She hated it. And so we switched to the Good and the Beautiful for her, which I did not think I would ever get this curriculum because how much my boys hated it. They were so miserable. They hated all the extra drawing. They hated all the extra coloring. They didn't want to do any of the activities that it had. But my girls are so different. They are so different, especially my first grader. And so she has loved all of the beautiful things in it. She loves all of the pictures. She loves all of the songs. She loves all of the watercolors that she gets to use and that she gets to paint all the time. And it's so much fun for her. And she has really enjoyed so with the language arts, it comes with it. Most people know about the Good and the Beautiful, so I don't feel like this is not fully necessary. It comes with the Reading Booster B cards, and you can get the Reading Booster B books. I think it comes with both of these. I ordered the Second Nature Reader. That came separate. So that was a separate thing. She really, really likes this though, and so I'm glad that I got that. But this has actually worked phenomenally for her. It probably would not have worked for my son, my second son, who was not as much of a natural reader. He needed a little bit of extra support, which CLE was great for because it gave him that extra support with reading, which he really, really needed. But she has just been it's been so easy for her that I feel like it's working extremely, extremely well. And so she is loving it. So to go with that, we also got her the level 1 handwriting from the Good and the Beautiful, which she adores because there's so much fun stuff. She doesn't actually, when she figured out that there was painting that she could do in the other one, she wanted to paint everything. So now she doesn't color anything. She asks, can I get the paint out? And then she paints everything. And I love it. I think it's so nice. So she's been really enjoying that. And then the only concern that I had with the Good and the Beautiful was I had heard that it wasn't a super solid phonics based program, which honestly, when I look at the Reading Booster B cards though, I feel like it does pretty good with the phonics, but it can't hurt in my mind. We also picked up an Explode the Code. So she's doing Explode the Code level 1. I am not doing this super formally. I'm just, whenever she has some free time, if I am working with her brother or we're doing a preschool lesson or anything like that, and she's already finished, I will tell her to grab her Explode the Code and just go through 1 or 2 pages just to get some practice in. I do plan on, she seems to enjoy it. She at least doesn't have a problem with it. So I'm going to try to keep her in the Explode the Code books. I do like them. My 3rd grader hated them. I would love for him to do them, but he hated them. So I gave up on that one. As far as reading goes for her beyond the Good and the Beautiful, we are keeping it very simple. We are literally just going to the library books. I am very much, we don't have the space to have a ton of books. My bookshelves are already full, and I'm trying to not spend a whole lot of money on readers. I don't mind buying the good books that I can pass down, but I don't like buying a bunch of readers. So we're just, every week we go to the library and I have her pick out 4 readers, and then we just go through all of the readers, and then we cycle them through. But that's it. We're pretty simple when it comes to our individual subjects. I don't like to jam pack a ton of stuff because I want them to have plenty of time to be kids too. That is everything I have for my first grader, and and we're really excited about it. She is very happy with everything we've picked, and it seems to be working so far. We've been doing it for 4 weeks. There's nothing that I'm actually thinking of changing as we're going forward with her stuff, because everything seems to be working pretty well for her. So I'm excited and she's excited, and I think it's going to be a really great year. So I will have my 3rd graders video out tomorrow with all of his stuff. So if you're interested in seeing what I am doing for my 3rd grader, make sure to check out that video. If you're interested in what we're doing for group subjects, I already have that video posted, and so I will link it below in the description box if you are wanting to check that out. So until next time, bye.